see. Okay, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 2, Episode 2. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so we see Trick, and Trick's got his son for the summer. It's like, uh-oh. Child, the son is in the MIA for the summer, and Trick is real proud of his son. Thank goodness he's a scholar. Must have took after his mama. He invites Gunplay over, and when Gunplay sees his son, he telling Trick, his son is a scholar too. Anyways, Trick and Gunplay are talking about what happened at the performance the other day, how Trick cut the mic on Trina. Gunplay was like, look, I don't get in nobody else's affairs but cutting her mic. But Gunplay got his own problems. He's telling Trick about what's going on with Kiara, and Trick was like, real talk, when he had Joy, when he had his wife, it was nothing like coming home to his woman. His woman was the reason why he was able to keep going. And Gunplay was like, you right, I definitely need to get shit right with Kiara, okay, because according to him, having a woman extends your life on this earth. Okay, thank you, man. We women be working hard for y'all lives. Then we see Trina with her boo Ray. Okay, they moving in together. She said it started off, wasn't too serious, but it done got really serious. Ray just keeps her real calm and collected, and, he listens to her, he supports her. Ray is all that. So she's telling him about how disappointed that she is in Trick, because Trick Daddy continues to brush her off, always talking the talk. So she's telling him what happened at the performance the other day. She real frustrated. And Ray was like, look, I know you upset about everything, but you need to sit down. I was like, how many fucking times she need to sit down with the nigga that we done been... Okay. It's just the second episode, right? So he tell her she need to sit down with him for the last time, just say exactly how you feel, and then if you can't get nowhere with them, then let that be that. And Trina says, okay, she'll do that. She don't really want to let the label down. She know TNT could do this, but Trick ain't serious, so she gonna have to do what she gotta do. So she and Trick meet each other out for lunch. Trina, she's still a little hyped up and upset. But she's just telling him how, you're not taking this shit seriously. But don't seem like it's important to him, like he just gave up. I was kind of reading between the lines, and, Trick was just saying that she was being a diva and that she's, being, the difficult Trina as usual. It almost sounds like he's always been the one that's ready, and Trina kind of put him on the back burner. So now it seems like he's giving her a taste of his own medicine. But he didn't say that. But the way he was like, I'm always waiting on you. Okay, so I know how this goes. I was just like, is that what he trying to say and just ain't coming out and saying it? Or whatever the case, Trina still sitting up there trying to talk to him about it, and, he's sitting there eating, and then he see his homeboy. He's like, yeah, come here. His homeboy come up. I was like, what is he selling, clothes or something? Trina's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk about business. You got people walking up to the fucking table. That's why she gonna focus on her own album, because he ain't serious about this. The label is all over him. They pretty much done because they don't feel like they serious. And Trina was like, I'm just gonna concentrate on my label. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. You can be Trick Daddy. You can be Trina the Diamond Princess. You can do TNT all by your damn self. I said I sure like to see him try. All right, you guys, so we see Spectacular. Hey, shout out to Spectacular. Got some big time awards in the technology field. Supposedly he's got this like mega app and business out there that I'm not quite sure. It has something to do with branding people on social media. But Spectacular is not sensational, huh? That's not his name. Okay, Spectacular is making quite a bit of goo-wop out there in them internet and technology streets. Okay, so shout out to him. But anyway, getting back to the show and this little old Pretty Ricky shit that he, keep on dabbling in. He said they all back to fussing and fighting and can't get along. So he calls Ray and Fizz, because, they always give him some good sound advice. So he just kind of want to bend their ear about what's going on. Ray J asks him, so what's up with your love life? Well, Spectacular is engaged, and they do be going through some shit, and, but, they in it for the long haul. And Ray was like, oh yeah, you gonna go through some things, but, you locked in. It feels weird doing Ray J on Miami. What about the group? He says, well, it's a whole bunch of drama. We can't seem to get along right now. Can't even nobody really talk to each other. And Fizz was like, he know all about that. He was working real hard just to get everybody to sit down and talk. Is your pop still managing? Yeah, well, there's issues with Pop too. He don't really know what to do about that situation. Look, the whole thing fucked up. And see, what's even worse is that Pretty Ricky, they all family. They all related some kind of way. You guys told me and I don't remember. Somebody, a brother, cousin, all of that. So not only is the group fucked up, but the family is fucked up. And Spectacular is really concerned. He wants to make sure at least that he can get his family back on track. So, because he needs to fix his family, him and his fiance and the baby, they flying out and going to talk to Big Baby Blue and that other one. What's the other one from the group? And his mama. And he kind of tells us that when they were younger and the family was breaking up, I guess Big Baby Blue, okay. What did I used to call him last? Swole? Big Swole Blue? Big Blue Swole, big whatever his name was, he stayed with the daddy. And that other one went with the daddy as well. And Spectacular went with his mama. It just seems like there's always been a little bit of division within the family that they've just dealt with over the years. I guess now it got serious. So like I said, he want to fix the family. Okay, so he's talking to the mama. Now mama done got her moment. Okay, mama got her script. And mama real nervous. I was like, Mona, now the lady ain't no actress. Okay, she was stumbling over her fucking words. She was like, well, when you guys moved, I felt like, take your time, mama, breathe. You gonna get through it. But basically, mama was trying to tell Spectacular that when they moved, she felt like the fiance stole him away. And the fiance was like, I didn't steal him away, Spectacular had to go make that money, okay? He can't be fucking around with y'all and all this drama that he got going on. He got a good idea. He about to, expand on that. So, the mom has feelings, she a little salty with the fiance, and Spectacular was like, I didn't even know she felt that way. We got to get that clear for real because, we about to get married and, no, it ain't like that. She ain't steal me away. Okay, I'm still here for this family. They got to get this Pretty Ricky thing back on track. So, fiance and mama go in the other room to talk, and we got Spectacular. What's the other one name? Y'all keep on forgetting his name, inconsequential. Non-important. And big old swole blue baby, whatever I call them. I'm looking at Big Baby Swole. I think that's what I used to call him, huh? And he just real. He reminds me of somebody that just take testosterone all the fucking time. Like, why are you so fucking just aggressive? He just always seemed like he's at go. But he sit down with Spectacular, and Spectacular's like, you and Pleasure P fighting. Like, we got to get this together. And Big Baby Swole say, like, he don't understand. Yeah, that's the name, y'all. I'm glad I remembered. Big Baby Swole say, look, he about emotionally strained about this whole situation with Pleasure P because he was just trying to help with the fight that was going on in Cincinnati. Okay, not real clear. They explained that Pleasure P got into a fight with somebody, and Big Baby Swole tried to break it up, but he the nigga was so fucking hyped up, he forgot who he was fighting and looked like he tried to swing a few times on Pleasure P. That's what it sounded like to me. Spectacular was like, I want to sit down with everybody and see if we can put the group and, more importantly, put the family back together. Okay, Big Baby Swole, he all for it. Because in Spectacular's heart, he knows that they have something good with Pretty Ricky. So now he's gotten everybody together to talk. Okay, and Pleasure P says he don't really know why he here. I said, because you need the money. Shit. We sit down at the table, and we got Big Baby Swole all the way over there, Pleasure P over here, then we got Spectacular, another one. What's his name, y'all? So again, this show out in Cincinnati, okay, what it boils down to is Pleasure P don't like old boy Diamond, and like I said, it sounds like Big Baby Swole got in there and just got to be swinging on every fucking body, and then Pleasure P and Big Baby Swole got into it. But Big Baby Swole was like, he don't know what Pleasure P talking about. He was trying to de-escalate the situation. I said, boy, good damn well you don't know how to de-escalate nothing. You look like you want to escalate now. But I must say that Big Baby Swole kept his cool. kept his composure the whole time that Pleasure P was going off on him. And then, you know, even stood up like he was about to do something way, way, way across the table. Okay? They had this big ass table, and Pleasure P stand up like, you know, in this, the crazy 88s, you know, they come running in, and the Pleasure P was like, what you guys coming in here for? I ain't even did nothing. I just stood up. I said, you right, you ain't did nothing all the way over there. If you was a little closer, old Big Baby Swole would have reached out and snatched that ass. You know, and that was gonna be a whole lot for Big Baby Swole with, you know, all his black, you know, hairspray and his hair and his beard and shit. You know, he had his Versace on. He wasn't trying to get out. He wasn't trying to go there with Pleasure P that day, but he would have. So, you know, Pleasure P, he mad and he walk out, and you know, Spectacular goes after him, and he was like, look, this more than Cincinnati. What exactly is up, Pleasure P? And, you know, Pleasure P just got a problem with Big Baby Swole. Okay, the nigga get on his fucking nerves. He talk too much. He too bossy, you know, and all that. He think he running things. But somehow Spectacular gets Pleasure P to come back into the room. So Pleasure P sits back down at the table, and Big Baby Swole say, look, you know, he apologizes, like, you know, we just got to get this back right. You know, if I made you upset, you know, about with everything that happened, you know, he apologized. So when Pleasure P is about to say something, then Spectacular jumps in, and Big Baby Swole was like, you ain't got to say nothing, let him talk. Okay, and Spectacular was like, wait a minute, I'm trying to say something. Okay, he said, but you ain't trying to speak for him. And, you know, and then here all of a sudden Big Baby Swole and Spectacular arguing, and Spectacular is like, see, this is what I'm talking about, your ass is too bossy. Okay, you think you running everything. And I was just like, Spectacular, you ain't gonna get nowhere if you are arguing that the nigga is the problem in front of everybody else when you was the reason that you brought everybody together. Now, you mad at Big Baby Swole or not? Okay? So at the end of the day, they calm it on down, and Spectacular says we got to get it back together for the for the fans. Do we all agree? Yes, they all agree. Now we see Bobby, he's at his rehearsal for his, you know, he doing some sort of rap, you know, but baby, I don't think you ready for this jelly, okay? Bitches, rap bitches, something, they hate on me so much, you know, I eat them like a bowl of spaghetti or something along them lines. He got Prince there with him, that's his homeboy, remember? And JoJo wants to come and talk to him, you know, he said if she want to talk to him, he got to come, you know, she got to come to his rehearsal. So she shows up at the rehearsal, and she says, well, she was at this event the other day, and Miami Tip was calling her a fake bitch because, you know, she was saying some shit about Bobby Lights and Prince. Bobby Lights was like, well, you know, I had just talked to Miami Tip, and I had a problem, you know, with the things that you had said about Prince. And Prince was like, wait a minute, what was said about me? Well, Bobby explains to Prince that the streets are saying that, you know, Prince ain't really his friend, and that, you know, he really just be kind of treating Bobby like, you know, shit. And Prince was offended. Damn it, that's his real friend. Do you know what he goes through just to be Bobby Light's friend? People call him gay and everything, you know? So, yeah, even though he got to endure, he's never going to turn his back on Bobby Lights. Now, I don't know exactly why all of a sudden JoJo and Prince is arguing. Prince says something along the lines to JoJo. Is like, look, JoJo, me and you been friends for a long time. And she was just like, no, we ain't been friends for that long. He was like, what are you talking about? We not friends. And the next thing you know, them two get to arguing. Okay? Now this bitch, she way over here, he way over here. She walks up to him and was like, don't be all in my face. Okay? Of course the crazy 88's running there because we can't have no man even if it is Prince. We can't have no man fighting JoJo, right? But Prince was not, he was like, what you talking about? I'm not walking up on you. You walked up on me. And she pushed him. So, you know, oh Lord, why she do that? You know, now Prince mad. Real mad. This is he, you know, channeling his prison mad. You know, because remember they say he been in and out of jail. He was just going crazy, you know. He mad at Bobby like, hey, no, ain't nobody gonna talk about me and say that I was trying to get in their face. I wasn't even in their face. So he pushed Bobby. And then this nigga take off like Flojo out the front, out the door. I said, what? Is that nigga on crack? Child, he flew out that door and everybody was like, where he going? Mona was like, go after him. So they done ran out there in the parking lot and old boy that took his shirt off. I said, oh, that's a little crackish. You know, JoJo and Bobby Lights was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Okay? He walking all down the street just huffed up and mad and shit. I said, oh, okay, Prince. Just let him do whatever he do, old fake ass Ryan Henry. He He got the old Ronald McDonald extraordinaire haircut too, you know, except that his is a little bit more curly. I was like, baby, you gonna have to try again with that hairdo. Anyway, Prince mad. Bobby Lights don't understand why. JoJo think everybody crazy, okay? And I was just like, and scene. Now we see Miami Tip, you know, she going to get her hair done, okay? She hanging with her boy Chaotic, okay? And she love old Chaotic, you know, that's the local rapper, but it seemed like they trying to get Chaotic to blow on up. Chaotic come on the screen. Chaotic is, you know, Chaotic is, I feel like everybody in the rap scene these days just look a little different. Chaotic says that he been putting it down since down been put. Okay, now Chaotic been shot 17 times. I said, Chaotic, you need to do something different with your life. Now, we can't get 17 shots and still act the same. You know, Chaotic seemed like he a nice enough man. Okay, but 17 times? Is that a badge of honor in the rap world? He should be up there at the top, child. Miami coming there and she getting her weave redone. He's joking around with her and her sister, you know, just saying how, you know, he's always had to be the one to joke around, you know, because, you know, shit was tough growing up. You know, his brother, what was his brother's name? Excuse me, guys, let me make sure I get this right. Mr. Pitch Black. Okay, Mr. Pitch Black, that was his brother, is the one that had to make him kind of change his outlook on things. Oh, you about to hit that car. You about to hit that car. Had to change his outlook on things because Mr. Pitch Black has gotten 30 years in jail. So now, you know, Chaotic is serious. He got to do this music thing, you know, and all of that. So now he's got this performance coming up and Tip was like, okay, I'm going to bring somebody there for you. And he was like, who? And then she was just like, Joy. And I was just like, Joy? I mean, not that, you know, he's much of a step up from Trick Daddy or a step down, you know, but I would hope that Joy, you know, now she realizes that she ain't got to settle for an ugly nigga again, shit, so. And plus, he's young and all that. I'm looking like Joy is my age. She's probably not my age, but I'm sure she's close to 40. Okay, so these little kids, girl. Anyway, I mean, I guess we got to keep Joy on the show for something, right? So Chaotic is looking forward to it. So at his performance, you know, Tip is there and she wants him to meet Bobby Lights and Prince and also Joy. Prince said he wasn't even going to come, you know, because he knew that Bobby was going to be there, but he figured that was being too petty. You know, Bobby is his homeboy. So Bobby gets to telling Joy about how Prince was tripping at the little meeting with JoJo the other day. Prince is just trying to plead his case, like what really happened, the reason why it went there so fast, because, you know, she pushed him and she was like, well, were you in his face? In her face? And he was like, no, I wasn't in her face. She the one came up on me. But enough about that, because who cares? So Chaotic finishes his performance and then he comes and joins them at the table. Okay, now Tip introduces and that's Joy. Okay, so he's just like, oh, hey, how you doing, Joy? And she was just sort of like, fine. I mean, just Swerve 101 classic. He was like, oh, damn. I was like, boy, Joy ain't studying you, boy. But whatever. They get to talking about the careers of the music industry, you know, them being, you know, Chaotic being a rapper and him doing the damn thing. And then Prince, you know, he waxed poetical on him, gets deep and talks about why, you know, he just here for this music, you know, because he wanted, you know, it's inspirational to him and that he don't even feel like an artist, you know, he feels like a creator. And Chaotic just started laughing at him. And Prince got real upset, like, what the fuck is so funny? Chaotic was just like, I mean, you know, he said he a creator. I said, yes, he did. You know, Prince was like, don't worry, because, you know, he been in and out of jails and, you know, people done doubted him in the past and talked bad about him and talked down on him and laughed at him and everything, but he gonna show y'all. And I'm thinking to myself, like, have the Roxstars, have you guys researched what I asked you last week and found out if Prince's ass really was in and out of jail like he said? I mean, this nigga done turned into a grade A felon all in one season. I mean, when did this shit happen? You know, that's all he want to talk about now. Taking off his show, fake ass Ryan Henry. Woo! Anyway, where was I at, y'all? I'm losing focus here. Now we see Amara la Negra. Okay, she's dancing in her little class or whatever, and then she sits down and she's gonna catch up on what's going down with JoJo. JoJo tells her how she got caught up in the drama at the event. How her mama told everybody that she was seeing Pleasure P. You know, she was trying to keep that shit under wraps, and Amara la Negra was like, oh no. Okay, your big mouth ass mama. Then Tip came over to her and said how she's a fake ass friend to Prince. Okay, and Amara La Negra was like, oh, girl, I mean, I told you to leave that whole thing alone. Okay, Amara La Negra has decided for her own self that Bobby Lights and Prince are all, it's just too much mess. So she takes a concentrated effort not to even deal with Bobby Lights. She avoids him like the plague. Then she get to telling her how she went over to Bobby to talk to him and Prince, and how her and Prince got into it, and she even shoved Prince because Prince was all up in her face. So, bitch, I don't care who tell it. Oh, I tell you, I don't like that JoJo. Because she blames all of it on Bobby's messy ways. You came to Bobby's rehearsal, and you did all of that in front of Prince. Instead of just talking to Bobby on the low, you did all of that, and now you say that he the messy one. Yeah. And then finally she tells Amara La Negra how supposedly Jessie Woo said that Amara La Negra was in Gunplay's DMs. Was it Jessie Woo who said that? No, Tip. Miami Tip said that. And she was just like, Gunplay? Look, I am a fabulous, I'm the breakout star of this show. Why would I? No, I don't want that nigga. I said, I didn't think you did, girl. Even though y'all tried to convince me in them comments, no. So as far as Amara La Negra is concerned, they can all go to hell. But then JoJo says, well, wait a minute, even though Tip is Tip, okay, at least I feel like Jessie Woo might be a cool enough girl. Maybe we can just all sit down and talk and see if we can handle that. So Amara La Negra was like, okay, well, you know what, the day that I'm feeling my most pettiest, I'm gonna call you so we can go sit down and talk with Jessie Woo. So then we see Miami Tip, she said she felt bad about what went down at the event the other day and leaving Jessie Woo early. So she now has invited Jessie Woo and her sister to her podcast just so we can just kind of shoot the shits, chop it up. So Tip is asking her about her life, and like I said, they seem to be bringing her family around, so I'm assuming that somewhere along the line her family is going to be part of her storyline. So her sister, last week was her mother, the sister supposedly sings as well. Now when the podcast is over, she tells Miami Tip how JoJo had invited her to talk with her and Amara La Negra, and she ain't really too sure how it's gonna go. Now we get the history now. Evidently they had the same manager, and Jessie Woo had a problem with the manager giving Amara La Negra the same type of platform that he was giving Jessie Woo. And Jessie Woo was like, Amara La Negra has already made it. Let her tell it. So why is he giving her all of my shit? And I'm thinking to myself like, girl, your little sister talk event ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. Every fucking IG girl in town do a damn sister talk type of, thing where they rent out a community hall and charge y'all $50 to go down there and listen to them tell you how to brand yourself. Child, that ain't nothing new. Don't be offended. So I guess Jessie Woo has thought about it, and she is going to go sit down and talk with JoJo and Amara La Negra. I guess this is the pettiest day for old sister Amara La Negra. So now Jessie Woo just told us how she had an attitude with the fact that the manager was giving them the same type of gigs, but Jessie Woo gets to this thing and tells Amara La Negra that she had a problem with the girl asking a man that she was seeing a whole bunch of questions about his relationship and everything. And I was thinking to myself, like, I'm confused, because what capacity was Amara La Negra working in? Was she interviewing him? Like, why would she just be coming out and asking him all these questions? And I guess that was Jessie Woo's problem too. Okay, she didn't understand why Amara La Negra was even comfortable enough to be asking questions about the relationship, I should say. But whatever, they about to start arguing, and Amara La Negra was just like, you know what? If I did something and said something and made you upset, I apologize. Even though your man just told you whatever and tried to make it seem like it was more than something that it was. Okay, I apologize. Well, Jessie Woo tell her don't do it again. And Amara La Negra was like, excuse me, I will do whatever I feel like doing. Okay, I'm grown. I'm human. I'm the daddy. And I guess Jessie Woo didn't like that. Next thing you know, JoJo and Jessie Woo are arguing. Why is JoJo jumping in? I guess there wasn't enough spotlight on her. So JoJo throws a drink at Jessie, And of course she runs off because Jessie trying to get to her, she can't. And so the crazy 88s come in and they holding on to Jessie Woo. They won't let her go, but she's throwing. She grabs a cup and she throws it over past Amara La Negra. It hits one of the patrons in the damn restaurant. I said, Mona, now bitch, you gonna have to talk to these girls because they gonna make you catch a fucking case out here throwing glasses and hitting the extra talent in the background. But that wasn't enough for Jessie Woo. She picked up this Ciroc bottle and she throws it and it hits Amara La Negra. And I was just like, See, we ain't coming to these reality shows be getting hit by bottles and shit. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to control that. Control Jessie. Get rid of these fucking bottles. I guess Mona forgot what it was, you know. Now these niggas, they niggas in Miami too. Okay, give them plastic cups and water like everybody else. Alright, you guys, that's it. Gotta do Black Ink Chicago. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.